Good morning, guys. Now it's around 5 a.m. in Vietnam, and actually take my day off with some laboratory. So continue on my previous works. I was trying to add some metadata to the Nova instance. So if you take a look on the TF state, I will just start it really quickly because I have only one hour to do everything before I have to move on to all the work as well. I have plenty of things I need to get done today. So let's just start right up. So you can see that my instance has some all metadata here to list out. So if you can actually go to one of them, for example, like a worker one, for example, and then you can see that there's a way that you can access the metadata here. And this metadata actually contains some of the attribute I need to add. So, yeah, you cannot just access it easily. You have to maybe you have to, first of all, you need to make sure like you can actually go to okay, metadata is an object, by the way, it's an property. Okay, you have to write in a way like this. So, and then there's your node type you can use, and this is where exactly where I need to use to for my locals here. So I actually want to render out a playbook on. I'm trying to render out an ansible playbook, right? So this is where I actually loading in the template. I will show you the template really quick later. But right now I'm trying to load it in something like this. So in the name here, you can probably see that I'm trying to get the metadata out and check the node tag to be these kind of things. So if you actually take a look on one of them, like etcd, for example, this will be an IP address. So let me just show you guys. No, actually I just apply it anyways, and I will show you guys render ansible config anyways. It will be really quick. So I was trying to making from some friend lately. I meet a friend online, and she actually very nice to chat with. She actually the same age as mine, and she looks still very young. Not the way I enjoy to look at, but I think that's fine for me. So we can see that there are some worker node here, some hosts here. The only thing I'm not sure about the playbook right now is, can you actually boot an inventory out of the IP addresses? Yes, you do. You can do that for sure. The only thing you cannot do is, okay, the only thing you need to add is actually the I would say the host name. So you can either make the list of host name like this, or say over a host name in front of it. So that's exactly what I will fix for my Ansible playbook here. So beside the host name, you probably want to point to something, right? You want to point to an IP addresses, and then host.name, something like that. So host name will be maybe you want more than just a host name, right? You want so first of all, I would say instead of doing this, again, I'm making it a bit easier to look at. So okay, so here I put in the IP addresses here, and the host name, right? It's basically the key, right? So if you actually yeah, I think the host name host.name is actually easy to understand. So now if I exit it and then run the plan quick again. So the more other thing I want to say is how can I choose as a root user by default, right? So inventory login by root user. You always need to become root to run this kind of thing. There's a more like, so if you think about the group, right, there's things in the cluster, and there's Bayesian host, and then you actually focus a lot more in, maybe you don't care about the Bayesian host, but I still need to add it here anyways. So in the local in the variable.tf, there's actually main.tf, right? You can actually see there's Bayesian here. Bayesian will be basically only care about one thing, one single thing, which is you're trying to yeah. So just Bayesian. So if you see how I construct the local RTF, right, you see that it focuses on every node you have. So for example, like Bayesian, maybe you don't need to care about letter S, because in the main RTF file, I don't really mention about Bayesian or something. So yeah, that's the same thing for this guy here. When I try to generate an inventory, you can just make sure that this Bayesian is actually correctly generated. Yeah. So there's another way to do this, right? Instead of making a duplicate like this, I can just for each through the local.tfr local.cluster node. Okay, so for key, so we have some code like key, and then maybe not the key, but because the key is a bit strange to talk about, right? You focus a lot more about the what's the name, right? Let me try to get something here. So you see that there's some, yeah. So worker is basically, no, you cannot do this for sure. Yeah, you cannot do this. So what there's one thing you can do, right? For node type in this list, right? You can obtain all the list. Maybe not from the list, maybe from the variable. So you also have another thing you can find in the variable that can make the works a bit less duplicated. So maybe you can go through the just go through the var dot cross node dot key. Maybe not this key, because all the key, right? You have to, and at the end you have the list of the node type, and then you can see that they are trying to create an array, right? So this is exactly what I'm talking about. So we can replace this one with this node type, so it's a bit shorter, because you see there's a lot of duplication here and here, so we probably want to shorten it down. So as you see, there's something wrong. Close node is an file element. Get key from map Terraform. So I do feel a bit sleepy right now, so I really want to get things done a bit quicker. So let me just make a console out of this really quick. So if you put in the var cluster node, you can see that this is the key, right? So if I make something like this, for example, continue this as node type, I think that's fine, right? Because as long as you have node type, and then, so I don't really understand what is going on. Oh, the Bayesian, okay, I think it's in because of this Bayesian here. Let's try again another time, second time now. It should be quick, right? As long as it can reach out to the open second point, and that will be just fine. Okay, I think that looks fine, except the host name is a bit out of shape. So you really want to make sure it's not out of shape. Okay, so this, you can update it. It's actually how it look like, how it's supposed to look like, right? So if you compare to the playbook we have in the sample here, you can see that they have some hosts here, some web server, and you have the ansible host which you can use. Okay, you can try to do some ping here. The only thing I'm not sure about right now is that how can I actually make this become sensible. Right now you can see that you can have all kind of host name here, and the only thing I'm not very sure exactly is can you actually you know what I mean, right? I'm trying to, because the host does not require you to become something like this. So okay, you can actually remove the column here, and you can actually making something like this, and then have the, and the another thing I want to do is creating an output, right? Ansible inventory.yaml. So that's exactly what I'm trying to create in the Kubesphere.yaml here. So we can see that's a Kubesphere, and then you can actually generate that yeah, just inventory. The output should be something like this, and the focus I trying to do here is trying to get this rendering running. So oh, okay, that makes sense for me. Yeah. So let's just try this again, and then we'll see how is the what kind of things it produced, right? So if you produce some new file in this output here, I'm glad I would get something done in this output directory, and you can see that there's some ansible hosts here for the node. So ansible host is fine, but there's not one thing I'm not very sure about, to be exact, which is the version host. There are some floating IP addresses that I need to okay, run ansible. There's a use case you can do run jam host like this. So how can I put in the variable, right? So there's a way to do this, right? So I think Ansible has some very basic knowledge I need to think about, but right now I'm trying to get the right result somehow. And they actually use a lot of sample variable here. And you see that this is a variable, right? We can actually use that for common variable for all the hosts. I think this grouping is okay. It doesn't matter. So this is where I'm trying to do here, right? I'm trying to split out the structure like this. Okay, this should be updated inside this guy instead. So you can see that for the inventory we have, right, we have the children, but we have nothing very important, which is I need to create a group called cluster group, right? I mean cluster nodes, and you have admin nodes here as well. I don't know, this is just the way I'm naming that things, right? And then in this admin host you also have the same thing as you want to do, right? Admin node, and then yeah, so that's exactly what I'm just trying to do here. And well, so the idea is that do I actually need to, you can create a group like this, right? You can create a group like this. You can create groups for, maybe you don't need this one, you just need to create a cluster. So you probably have something called, where you can do the same as all the guys would do, but maybe the only thing we need to do is the load balancer, the master, the worker, you know, and the etcd, so not all of them, right? Master, worker, and etcd, and probably you have some load balancer as well, in the consider as one of the cluster nodes. So admin node to be just version, you know. So I'm trying to make things a bit easier for all of us by, so this time the variables will be a bit different. You can see here, you're trying to, you know, make something running. So they are having something called the common variable called out proxy. So that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. So let me just try to do it here. For version it will be a bit different. I'm trying to get something like this going. So the proxy host is how can I, okay, you have to put in a variable here. So this variable is focused mostly in how we can access everything, and trying to give the username here. So it will be Ubuntu, and what you can do here is replace this one with the version host IP addresses. No, you know what I mean, right? So this is exactly what I'm trying to do. So you can understand that in here, in this case, you can merge through variable. Another things I need to make sure I have, which is, so now if you think about that, right, you have to think about it's a bit hard coding right now, to be honest, no doubt about that. Just one thing I'm not very sure about is that this guy is also do the same thing, right? We're trying to merge two key together, and let me just try to do a merge now. And you're actually trying to reduce the amount of complexity we probably have. So we can see here, I'm making a node type. And the node type is all about this guy, right? And we're trying to make the node type is something we want to compare. So it's very simple as that. You can have a version, probably addresses, very long name, but that's fine. I like long name. The thing that you want to have here, let me just run the control right now. In the network, you actually have something called the floating IP addresses. So there's something called fixed IP and an address. So we can looking off for version 0. No, I will do a bit hard coding right now because I want to save some time, to be honest. So I'm just going to make sure you can access to this guy. So let me just exit this out and run a quick plan again. So you probably think that the output will be a bit different, right? The output this time we had an patient public IP address, but it's not here. There's probably a good reason for that. Right now I'm don't really. Okay, you're missing one thing out, which is this one. We probably want to run it again. So another thing you want to make sure you have is the path to the host key. So I actually have this in the variable here. So you might want to use this private key private key to actually access to it. So the private key will be referring to this local variable here. No, that's fine. So to actually test this one, you want to oh, it does not even in the variable. Oh, I forgot to add SS here. So okay, so basically you have the variable here. So this is the proxy command here. You have to understand all this one. So the port maybe not necessary. So let me just access this one and give you some hints. So we will see that the W will be the host port. Dash Q will be just a little q, not a big Q. So anyways, what I would say is that let's just go with this. Keep this part 22 for now. We might want to have it later on, but let's just ping all the ansible inventory somehow. So this is the first things I want to try out. Okay, so the inventory list will be a bit different in this case. You want to go to the output and then rename this one. So you can see here there's a plan job, a note here to be used. with some command in general. So all of them are using this general command. So another thing you want to do now is actually running the ping. Maybe you want to ping a specific Kubernetes cluster using this ansible YAML. Okay, that's strange. Okay, I think I need to fix this guy a bit. We make sure the output is working for all of them, you know. I'm trying to. Okay, so we can see that here the Bayesian host, but when I actually run the ping, I honestly not sure about this because right now the command is just not working for us. I have a bad feeling, guys.
Today we're introducing the iPhone 3G. It's really beautiful. It's got a full plastic back. It's really nice. The same gorgeous 3.5-inch display. Flush headphone jack, so you can use any headphones you want. It's really, really great, and it feels even better in your hand if you could believe it.
That's why I'm really excited to tell you about an entirely new version, the iPhone 3GS. Now, the S stands for speed, because this is the most powerful, fastest iPhone we've ever made. It has the same great design of the iPhone 3G that we just launched last summer, but what's inside is entirely new.
Today, we're introducing iPhone 4. This is, beyond a doubt, the most precise thing, one of the most beautiful things we've ever made. And the precision of which this is made is beyond any consumer product we've ever seen. It is the thinnest smartphone on the planet. It turns out this is part of some brilliant engineering, which actually uses the stainless steel band as part of the antenna system. And so, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, and the other is UPS and GSM. So it's got these integrated antennas right in the structure of the phone. It's never been done before.
I'm really pleased to tell you today all about the brand new iPhone 4S. Of course, it starts with the Retina display. Of course, it's glass in the front and back, and has an incredible stainless steel band around it, making it the thinnest smartphone. Today, we're going to introduce iPhone 5. It is an absolute jewel. It is the most beautiful product we have ever made, bar none. It's designed and built to an exacting level of standard, unlike anything we or anyone in our industry has made before. This is iPhone 5S. It's made of a high-grade aluminum with diamond-cut chamfered edges. The team has carefully considered every detail to make this the most beautiful phone ever made.
These are the new iPhones, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. They are without a doubt the best iPhones we've ever done. iPhones we've ever done. Introducing the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus. The iPhones you are about to see are the most advanced iPhones ever. They are the most advanced smartphones in the world. This is iPhone 7. It's the best iPhone that we have ever created. iPhone 8, new generation of iPhone, and a huge step forward.
iPhone 8 has the highest quality video capture ever in a smartphone. This is the most powerful and smartest chip ever in a smartphone. This glass is the most durable ever in a smartphone.
This is iPhone 10. It is the biggest leap forward since the original iPhone. This really is the future. This is iPhone 10s. It is the most advanced iPhone we've ever created. This is iPhone 11, the next generation of iPhone, and it is jam-packed with great new capabilities and an incredible new design. The iPhone 11 Pro, and these are the most powerful and most advanced iPhones that we have ever built in a stunning new design. So now, I'd like to show you the very first iPhone with 5G. Introducing iPhone 12. We want to take it even further with our Pro line of iPhones. And here they are. This is iPhone 12 Pro.
back, the biggest thing of note is we got a 2-megapixel camera built right in. It's better than any smartphone out there. And today we're introducing the iPhone 3G. Really beautiful. It's got a full plastic back. It's really nice. The same gorgeous 3.5-inch display. Flush headphone jack, so you can use any headphones you want. It's really, really great, and it feels even better in your hand, if you can believe it.
That's why I'm really excited to tell you about an entirely new version, the iPhone 3GS. Now, the S stands for speed, because this is the most powerful, fastest iPhone we've ever made. It has the same great design of the iPhone 3G that we just launched last summer. But what's inside is entirely new.
Today, we're introducing.
Sorry guys, I have a stomach ache right now. I actually not feeling very well because I eat too much spicy food recently. Oh, it's almost over an hour now, so let's just try to finish this somehow. Okay, so first of all, I think ansible is just failing somehow. When I think about that, I just feel really sad because I do miss time when I actually have no, if I actually miss that, it's really bad for me because it just feels so difficult right now. Yeah, I generally feel difficult because because of the way because the way I you know I have to think about that a lot. I have to think about what happened, what have been changed in my life. So a lot of things that happen occur through here. So we do spend a lot of time together. So when I Yeah, and it's very difficult to actually move on. I mean, to actually find a right person, the people, that you can actually rely on and trust, and and I don't know, to actually have a feeling. It's really difficult. You cannot just always meet random people and building memory upon them. So I honestly think that I honestly think that if I actually want to be move on and get along with anyone, I really need to be able to forget about the past. But it's impossible, right? How can you forget the past, right? It's just not yeah, just cannot, yeah, you just forget it. So to me, in most cases, you know what, in most cases, I would just say, you actually know and have a feeling to someone, you can actually move on. I try to, I honestly sharing with you guys on internet right now that I try to get away from her, from my ex-girlfriends. But not necessarily because she a bad person or not. It's simply if I feel like we are not right. I feel like we have so many things that we cannot resolve with each other. It's very difficult. I feel like I'm suffering from the relationship. I honestly feel that. I feel that way. So, and obviously it's not her fault, I would say. It's maybe because of my fault as well. Is that because who, you know that is because of me, who actually don't know how to handle the relationship correctly. So it's very difficult to say this, but I'm not worthy to actually having someone to actually be in a relationship with anyone right now. I need to do a lot of self improvement, and I have to be able to manage my emotion and my able to self control. That is the most important things I need to before I actually be in any relationship. Be a person who can people can rely on. I actually still love my girlfriend back then. When we decided to break up, I actually feel really sad. But if I feel like if I continue like this, things should get worse, because I I actually not a person who can self control very well. And whenever I think about that, I feel like that is something mentally broken from within me. I do suffer a very bad childhood. I honestly speaking with you, that I have a lot of violence in my childhood back then, and within the family, to be honest. And that I have a very lonely childhood, by the way. I don't have much friend back then, so I don't really know how to treat people very well, especially with women. I don't know why, but I always makes my mom cry. And now even then, I still cannot talk to my mom. And I have no one to talk with right now. I feel like I'm alone in this world. It's I'm not trying to complaining right now. It's people a lot of people is even having worse condition than me. I cannot. The only thing I have right now is hope, you know, and I have a will to get better every day. So if I look forward in the future, I would say, first of all, I need to manage my emotion, to control my anger. That is the most important thing I need to do. You know, yeah, that's just something I need to do, right? At least that is my future. I need to be better. And then I cannot be just rely on anyone else to make me happy. That's what I know for sure. Because if I actually rely on a person, I can make them suffer for sure. Because I'm afraid of losing them so much. Then I can mentally break down and cannot do anything if I just mentally break down. So I really need to be self-reliant, because I'm a man, right? Who can if I become a father, become a husband, and become a man who people, my family can rely on me, on my shoulder, then I have to be strong in my willpower, in my mentally and physically. I must be strong, because without, how can I be a man without that, right? How can I be a man if I feel weak? Then who can you know how my beloved one can trust me? Anyway, so exactly what I do right now is actually trying to get my AS key uploaded to the Bayesian host here. So I have no idea why my user data is not working right now. The Bayesian host is not really copying into file to anywhere. So it's really strange, right? I was expecting this AS key to be being run anywhere. So probably there's one thing I can try to do, which is installing ansible core. I know that but for stop anything else, I probably it's already there. It's just the only thing. Okay, even Neptune is not here. Yeah, that's strange. I would say that definitely very strange to knowing that it's not here. And the private key is that the private key that I'm talking about? Maybe I used the wrong one. I don't know. First of all, I need to double check if this user data is actually matching with the user data I actually expecting. There's one way to do it is by trying to create a local file, locals here, and then make a loop through all the template script. So it's very simple, right? You need to look through all the localhost in this local cluster, and then you actually have a key here pointing to that user data. So the way you do that is by reading this file and doing some kind of rendering. So the local is actually do all kind of render for you. You can just make a template out of it. So instead of doing this, the template file, you can just pointing it out. So right now what I'm trying to do is trying to get the user data out from this guy, and then render it out. So like just maybe not path module, but just path root, and then in the local I actually just read the file that way, right? So that is a lot easier than I thought it should be. Yeah, people, I try to push it around a little bit more, but I don't think I should do it right now. I need to finish my work very soon. Otherwise, it will be a challenge for me to actually sleep early. So this second parameter is obviously the user data variable. So you can just actually put it here. Yeah, I do see some very beautiful women outside, and it's actually a motivation for me to actually no, I cannot say that. Every people I meet, whether it's a man or girl, boy or girl, I always respect the moment that I have with them. We have some, how to say, the memories, and you have to respect about memories somehow with anyone who you meet with in this life, because they deserve that. That's the reason why they existed, right? That's the reason why they are there for you. That's the reason why they bring memory to you. Some people bring bad memory, but a lot people who bring good memory to you. To me, I feel really happy, to actually know that a lot of good people around me and supporting me. They're just poor awesome. People from my high school, from my very early on, all of them are very nice, very kind. Even now, all of the people I know at works are very, very kind and nice as well. So I have to say that I'm really happy to have to know people like that, and they actually care about me just like I care about them. I do think about them a lot and think with my very good will. I do have some enemies, some nemesis, some people who I don't like, and I do have people who don't like me as well. And that's completely normal, right? There must be a balance somewhere. You cannot just love everyone, and you cannot just be loved by everyone as well. So let me just exit this one and run some plan first. And obviously you can copy this one to another file that you can reuse it later. But right now I'm trying to understand why this not work. But before I do that, one thing I can try before I do that is actually understand what is before that. Yeah, so let me just take a look on the current template script right now. Another thing I'm not very sure about is so in some day in your life you probably have someone who you can just really trust and believe in, and also there's a lot of people you cannot trust, and that's normal, right? It's just how the world works. So okay, so now I'm trying to make a change. And there's something called the variable. So the user data is a bit strange for me right now. I have to honestly speak to you that there's something user data, but it's not here. It's in the also I want to move all this Kubesphere to the you know what, right? to Kubesphere, because this is where you actually want to put things a bit easier to manage. So I'm very tired right now, to be honest. I just feel like I'm a bit messed up right now. I forgot to close all my project screen, and it will do me someday. I think I need to take down this video somehow. I honestly think that is a cool idea. No. So you can see that there's a lot of files that need to change. Okay, that's good. And so the part is that there's a private key for patient host. This private key is actually being used for for the Kubesphere, not the ansible one, but the older one, right? So yeah, let me just focus on the user data first. You see here it's coming from the local cluster host, which is definitely even coming from the TFRs. So we have the patient here, which will be generated as this guy. So each of value here definitely can be replaced to no spec. So you can see that in locals, yeah. For HA proxy, you can actually put it into correct place, right? In this case, I would suppose to be stored in lower insert, so you don't have to go around looking around for too much. You want to make the locals distinctively be in the correct place like this. So beside that, I think everything is fine. Nothing much out here, to be honest. I think we are just fine. But for the random password, okay, I think I need to put in the display as well, because you actually need this one, right, for the resource and the logo. So I think this is pretty clean up pretty well. So if you see this user data, right, you can actually see it's being rendered somehow, but I don't think this is necessary. You can see that some of the chains don't need to be added here because of the I don't know, we can just apply it then. It's okay. So just one thing I'm not sure about yet is look at the script here for patient. So we see that I put in some private key here. but it would not work right because we have a long so it probably not work this way. I would say because it's a very long line, so it's better to have an indentation, intentional indentation of the two, for example 2 4 6, I think. So that is will be a lot better than have nothing, right? So we can do the same for this guy as well. Let's just make sure this private key, okay, this private key is actually rendering from for my user param, so that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. Let me just plan it again. So what I just did is let me just run this console again and run this this file again one more time. Hopefully it will work this time for me. So this time will be patient 0, for example. And there's one last thing I really want to do is make sure you have indentation above or before that. I don't know. Let me think about that really quick. So you basically want to add in some end of slide here, just maybe that's work. So let me just copy this line somewhere here on the right. Meanwhile I'm running a plan. Yeah, so this time I can just run this another time. Local patient 0 here. So it looks a lot nicer than I thought it should be. So if I actually copy this file to somewhere like a random Jumbo file here, now you can probably see that it actually okay, the owner is a bit wrong, so I don't know, let me just run plan again this time. The same thing, so I would not just I just going to remove all of them. Yeah, let's just run it quick. We can fix the indentation anytime later in the future, I think my previous manager, he actually come to Vietnam for a reason, right? Because Vietnam is a lot more exciting place for him to stay. At least I think that's from his perspective. He actually enjoy a lot of different bars in Ho Chi Minh City, so called Saigon, and I think he enjoyed the people there and meet a lot of people there and actually enjoy the drinks and the nightlife there. So maybe it bring him some joy. I think that's a good thing, right? Because you must be happy in the place you live. So a lot of people who, for foreign people, exception for white people, I think people enjoy to hang out, um, meeting out each other with the people are really connected, right? So I think that's a good thing. I feel like he's actually enjoying, you know, okay, this is very strange, right? Some configuration is replaced for some reason. I think the user data is changing, so I believe this I think the instance needs to be changed as well, because we have to trigger it to make it change, otherwise we will never be changed, right? So what I'm thinking right now is that let's add some trigger to here as well, just like the way Kubesphere change, right? So the way I do it is very simple, right? You go to Kubesphere, there's a trigger sample here somewhere. So I think there's a lot more trigger than you can find otherwise. Yeah, so the idea is very simple, right? This will be changed whenever, I don't know, whenever a local script change, the content of local scripts change. So for example, like if this guy change, then it will request this guy to be changed as well. Similarly to the instant, whenever you do that change, I need this guy to be changed as well. So I think that is important, right? You need to make sure everything is changed, and whenever the template change, you have to change the whole thing as well. So let's just take a look on that. So the trigger is only happen to be inside the data or new resource. So this does not necessarily mean I need to change instant or something. Yeah, so I think I'm making something wrong here. Okay, so what I think I should do is turn the shit out I forgot this is not non-resource, right? You cannot just turn it. So there's a way to manage this one, right? You can list out the state, and then you can just turn one of the instance you want to change. So this specific host here is where I want to turn it, and then after you turn it, you can probably pass the planet again. You see something to be destroyed and recreate it again. So let's just I don't know, let's just do it. So my current horizon, right? Is absolutely it's very easy to hurt someone, right? You can just body shaming them, talking trash about them, then they can actually feeling hurt. So especially women, by the way. I know that for sure because I used. No, I'm not really a person who do that. I just sometimes I do feel I get triggered, and my girlfriend do actually make me feeling mad, and that's the main reason why we breaking up. Because I'm not really self control very well.
Ở quê bạn chắc chắn là không có món ăn này. Một món ăn mà chỉ ở Cao Bằng mới có. Nếu đến với Cao Bằng vào mùa lạnh, bạn đừng bỏ qua món này nhá. Đây là một món ăn đặc sản của Cao Bằng, được làm từ bỗng rượu nếp và trứng gà ta. Bỗng và nếp sẽ được đánh thật bông lên, sau đó đem đi hấp cách thủy. Món ăn này.
Okay, so one thing I'm not sure about is the Bayesian host, right? Just one thing I'm kind of worrying right now. Let's just because this is very long, so the only way you can do it is by echo this out somehow. Okay, this is not working. It's going to be naughty. So the way I check this, I need to go to this same guy again, and the only way I know it probably just okay. Now I have the private key here. But because I don't have the permission, that's strange, right? Because it's supposed to allow me to do that because I'm the owner, right? I'm the owner of this key, so I'm supposed to be able to, to basically I'm supposed to be able to run this Bayesian STM permission. You know what? Let's just need to output for now. So the only thing we need to change here is actually this guy, so we can using the same command line. The only thing different is probably let me just run this pinging ansible here. Okay, so the point that I'm using the wrong one. I'm supposed to use this one, but not in template, but this one rather. It would be just a bit changed. Okay, that's rather strange, right? Because when I let me just think for this guy. So this time I bring to this guy, but using my ansible user here. Yeah, so definitely something wrong with I must be able to make this work if I want to, move on. Yeah, so you know what I mean, right? Let me just comment this file again. First of all, this one need to be put in the template because it's actually working right now. So you need to put it into the template. The change here you probably want to change is first of all, I think the private key need to be changed. I know that. The second thing you want to change is the version of address. Now there's another reason why I feel like I cannot be in a relationship is because my health was not so good. I suffer from obesity. Actually, right now I'm still a bit obese, but a lot better than back then when I no man, why the fuck this happened to my life? I shouldn't travel. I shouldn't do any travel. It's just not good to do that, because if I do that I actually being hooked up mentally with her. So it's all of a sudden I just being hooked up mentally, so it's not a good thing, right? Anyways, this is the first thing I want to do. The second thing I want to do is obviously we just close this file down for now because we don't need that. I think the user data is strong right now. So the public key is probably the key I'm trying to add here, but it seems like it's not here for a reason. Because even I SS to it using my own ansible. Yes, let me try another time with these other guys as well. In this case, let me just try with root as well, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Okay, that's fine. So the other guy I want to play around with is this guy. the old instant. So the old instant will be this guy.